Morgan is Director of Industry with Seeq. Welcome, Morgan.
Morning.
So, Morgan, to start off with a conversation, at this point, we are hearing so much about machine learning and analytics. And a lot of the customers that are on the digital transformation journey, they're looking at these technologies. But when they're looking to adopt these technologies, what are the challenges they can expect? Any advice for them?
Yeah, so I think there's a few steps as companies and teams look to adopt analytics and Gen AI and machine learning. And I think fundamentally we can't forget some of the basics. And so when you're looking at these technologies, it really starts with being able to ensure that you have good data quality. So no matter the technology that you decide to adopt or bring into an organization, if the quality of the data isn't good and you can't access the data in its different areas, that's going to make anything that you try to adopt a challenge. So I would always recommend folks start with data quality issues and looking at what's going on in their system. After that, I think the next thing that we see and a huge focus needs to be on is the skill set of the team, of the group, and making sure that they're enabled and empowered to do cool things with the tools that we're providing to them to make changes in their business organizations.
That's a really good point. And another thing we heard so much about is now Gen AI.
Yeah.
Does it help with Gen AI capabilities, and what kind of industrial use cases you see?
So we're really excited, like everybody else, I'm sure, about Gen AI. So the whole purpose and fundamental of Seeq over the last 10 years that we've been around has been specifically around democratizing analytics. And so when we talk about democratizing analytics, we see Gen AI as another way to do that. So opening analytics to more personas in an organization, and also to accelerate the time to value of analytics solutions. And so at Seeq, we're really excited. We already have our AI assistant embedded in our product, and we see that doing a couple of things. First off, it helps lower the time to onboarding, so it helps people learn how to use the solution better. But it's also going further to subject matter experts are able to ask it what's going on in the process. They're able to ask it to do tasks. And ultimately, it's going to be trained with the subject matter expertise at the center to be able to see dynamics and see changes in the process and proactively alert the team that something's changing. So we're really excited about the pace. Some of our customers have accelerated their onboarding by 2x just in the early days, and we know that's just the beginning.
That's great. In the industry, we often hear so much about the skills gap, and I think this will definitely help us to address that skills gap.
Definitely.
I wanted to talk about sustainability as well, because that's another theme at the ARC Industry Forum this year, and we have been hearing about sustainability for a very long time. A lot of companies, they are trying to address the situation, but they're very slow to improve progress. And is that changing, do you think? And what kind of sustainability use cases are getting traction?
I think so. The cool part about my job and having been at Seeq for 5 years is I get to work with a lot of different customers, and I've got to see different stages of that journey also in different parts of the world. And I think 5 years ago, people were just grappling with how are we ever going to solve this challenge? And I do think that over the last 18 months, we've seen teams starting to understand exactly what they need to do to solve that challenge. But the first and honestly most important thing to do so that you can understand how to improve your emissions and reach your net zero sustainability goals is to start with reporting and understanding the fundamentals behind what's driving your sustainability KPIs and such today. And so we are seeing a huge acceleration in folks getting their benchmarking and reporting cleaned up and in order. Again, that goes back to that data quality. So making sure you know what you're reporting. And then now that they're getting that reporting streamlined and automated, being able to actually start systematically minimizing those emissions. And I think we're in the minimizing phase. The next phase, from my perspective, will be proactively preventing emissions. But it's all about a journey. And so I do think that customers are now actually starting to action it versus a few years ago, it was just trying to figure out what the first step was.
How does companies like yours advance that analytic solution 2024 and going forward?
Yeah, I think it all goes back to some of the other fundamentals we talked about. It's that speed, right? So with analytics solutions that can provide you that foundational reporting layer that you need, and with AI that can accelerate the pace at which you can innovate, you can start minimizing those emissions. That could be around, preventing equipment failures that cause emissions, running your plant more optimally to make sure you're using energy efficiently. And so I think just with Gen AI and analytics solutions put together, 2024 is going to be a really exciting year to see just how much progress we can make and at what speed.
Great. So when you talk to end users, do you see the expectation of engineers or process experts changing? And is there a need for manufacturers to address that?
Definitely. I'm a chemical engineer at trade myself, so I started working as a process engineer at the beginning of my career. And the great thing about process manufacturing is we have a lot of really cool problems, and we're always going to have a lot of really cool problems to solve. And engineers love solving problems. So that's a really good skill set and match to have. Now, what we can't do is give the engineers the hard problems to solve and not let them have the cutting edge technologies like analytics and Gen AI to solve those problems. But we also have to give them ownership and accountability and enable them to solve those problems. And so I think it's exciting because we'll always have tough problems to solve, but engineers, if given the right tools, if given the right autonomy over their process, they're going to be able to do some really good things. And I think that manufacturing should really focus in on that when talking about how to attract talent.
So a lot of companies are on the digital transformation journey. Any piece of advice you would like to give them?
I think from my perspective, one of the hardest parts of a digital transformation journey is all about the culture and getting the buy-in from the team that this is a journey that we're going to go on together. And so empowering that workforce to understand why it's important. The biggest challenge I see with process manufacturers is, like Gen AI or any other new shiny tool that's out there, teams always want to run to the most complicated, hardest thing first. And my advice there is to really take a step back and work with the team to solve some small challenges or knock out that low-hanging fruit. And as you do that, you get organizational credibility to go do the bigger things. But at the end of the day, it's all about the people and making sure that the people come along on the journey and bringing that culture of the organization with the team.
Absolutely, yeah. That perfectly makes sense. Morgan, I really enjoyed our conversation today. Thank you so much for your time.
Yep, thank you.